and I don't take it light-hearted. I don't take it lightly that this is the opportunity, one of the few opportunities that I can voice what I'm trying to do for my peer group.
So, as everybody know, USG, headed by Kenroy, is vigorously trying to push the student activity fee signing. Yeah, as Kenroy, can you tell the student body what is the student activity fee and what are they signing?
Currently, the student activity fee is $49.35. I want to put it to a vote on the ballot. I want to put it on the ballot from $49.35 to $90 to 35 cents. To $90 to 35 cents. I know, I'm aware it's an inconvenience, but if you want better services, this is the only way. And two of our counterparts are doing the same thing, and also other 3 colleges have higher fees. Some of them have the same racial and social economic status of people. If they can do it, why can't I put this to a vote? I need 1,220 something signatures by March 25th to put this on the ballot.
So by March, so you just need these signatures just to even put it on the ballot. And once it's on the ballot, who's voting to approve or decline?
Okay, if I get 1,220 something signatures on the ballot by March 25th at 5 o'clock, then May 3rd to May 5th, all undergrads can vote yay or nay.
So all undergrads?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, can you, for the student body that doesn't know, can you tell them where does the student activity fee currently and even whether it's raised or not, what divisions does it go to? Where does this money go to?
Okay, everyone, my peer group, all of your money, $49.35, it goes to, some of it goes to student life, goes to your student government, yours truly, and to the clubs, to athletics and recreation, to the media board, which is WCCR, part of WCCR, your wellness center, the daycare center, N.Y.P.I.R.G, and your USS, which is all of your CUNY student governments combined.
So also we polled, we asked people on Facebook, Twitter, a lot of social media, some questions for you. Here's one from Michelle. With another budget cut hitting CUNY next semester, why does USG feel that raising the student fee is so important to do now with all the budget cuts?
Well, Michelle, I do thank you for your question. It's now or never. My predecessor did this last semester. I'm not knocking her down, but she was a little bit tardy, and yes, unfortunately, some of her own colleagues pretended to go along. It's now or never, and guys, Obama would have done the same thing. Truman would have done the same thing. Martin Luther King would have done the same thing. Sometimes you have to do things that are promising, even in the worst of circumstances. We haven't done this for 16 to 17 years. I'm afraid that no student, I have the guts, I hate to brag, but I have the political courage to do this. I think that some of my predecessors and my future successors, they would like to do the same thing, but they would be timid. And I'm advocating now. Sometimes you have to do the right thing, even though it's arduous.
So Kenroy's comparing himself to Truman and Obama. Now another question Michelle also asked. What will this increase in student activity do for the people that come to City College that just go to school and go home? Because we do know there are a lot of people that do not, do not participate in many activities. So what would the student activity fee do?
For those who go home and just commute, you guys, your graduation, better graduation, student life does that. If you're getting honors, student life is the one that does that. When you had your orientation, who does that? Your student life, your wellness center. If you need some, people can even more free health insurance, even more free raincoats. Your VES, they could remove quicker. God forbid you need resuscitation on campus, or you're having a seizure or a heart attack, God forbid. If you have a child, some of our peer group have children, the daycare center could better serve you fine people.
Wait, but currently, right now, those services, the daycare, the wellness counseling,
just hold on.
aren't they before this activity raise? Aren't they able to do all of this?
That's true, but if you want better services, there's no other way. We made sure it's not like we in the student government were throwing money around. My VP Daniel, my VP Mishka, my VP Andreas, and others, we grilled. We made sure like we had each department that was asking for an increase, they had to show VP Daniel and VP Mishka and VP Andreas how they would spend the money wisely, how they would use every drop of the money, and they showed that this is how they would use the services.
All right. We have a call-in question. Hold on, let me put this person on the air. Yes, hello caller.
Hi, my name is Kirsten Green. I work downstairs in the ID office. Now, I have a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
If you do increase student activity, will there be visible change? By what time will you see visible change if we just decide to increase the fees? Because I pay my own tuition, and I feel it's a bit of an inconvenience if the fees are increased, so I'm just curious about that.
So, the question again, Kenroy, is when will we see visible change if this activity fee is passed and increased?
No prevarication. Fall 2011. If I get my way, fall 2011, it would you will see a lot of differences.
Okay. But if we don't see that change by February 2011, will we take off the fees?
Now his question is if we don't see these changes by fall 2011, will it be able to remove these fees if students pass it and now see that, hey, let's say for instance the promises that you make do not go through?
The caller is right. Yes. Next year, I mean, if they don't see any services by fall 2011 up to spring 2012, any student, any undergraduate, it doesn't have to be a student government official or a club. Any student could redo my work. They could redo the petition and say, I want it back to 4935 and get the signatures.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
So another question that was asked on our Twitter page is why the increase by nearly 80%? Why, like, people understand there's budget cuts and an increase, is most likely will happen, but you increase by 80%, and a lot of people in CCY are paying out of pocket for financial aid. Like, why did you choose this number of 90?
Well, that's a good question. My predecessor, I mean, it's now or never. I mean, as I said, my members, they grill me hard, and rightfully so. And each department had to show how they would use, and I talked to VP Rodriguez, and that's how I came up with this number. I mean, it was my members. As I said, VP Daniel of Campus Affairs, he had to deal with the clubs. My VP Mishka, she does academics, and VP Andreas, who's now the internet. They were really like to say, Kenroy, they have to prove to us. Each department had to prove like why, and I can understand the inconvenience. But hey, my predecessor Irene Castro, she was acting for 64 to 68, and still people growls. And as I said, I'm doing this now or never, because we haven't done this for 17 years, and I'm afraid that some people may not have the political courage. Whoever my successor and my predecessor, they may not have the political courage to bring this up, even though it's unpopular. It's the right thing to do, but it's not like it's not politically safe. Obama would have done this, Truman would have done this, Ford would have done this, and Martin Luther King would have done this if you look at their backgrounds.
Okay. Now another question is a lot. As this person from USG says, knowing that most USG members are not in favor of the student activity raise, how are you dealing with it? Because a lot of your own members, that's part of your cabinet, do not support the raise.
Okay, well, I respect that. Well, I would say that there is a few of them. I would say a majority. As I said, my members, I mean the members that were really against it, the top three, I'm not going to name them by name, but they were really against it, and now they're for it. And also, I would say some of my members, I mean one more. I would say one more of them, especially, is mostly my executives. Now, the senators, some of my senators have shown that they care. I would say it's only a few of my members that don't care about this, that don't want this, but most of them want this. And the ones that were really against it, and they're really popular. They're really popular on campus. Now they're for it, and thank God that they're for it, because some of them are in my executive, and some of them are extremely popular, and they could help me get signatures, and now they're for it. So I thank God for that.
Okay. Then now one thing I just found interesting in this conversation, because you every 2 questions already you've been comparing to Truman and Obama. Why those presidents in particular? Is it?
Well, I'm a political science major, and I love politics and I love biography. And if people read the background of Obama, if people are thinking, if people read and think critically, if you look at Obama and Truman and Ford, and who else can I think of? Probably Bill Clinton. Yeah, even Bill Clinton even. They did things that were really sometimes politically unpopular. It was the right thing to do, but politically it could have cost them their election. Even Abraham Lincoln, yeah, Abraham Lincoln too. It could have cost them their election and could have cost them their party's majority, but they felt it was the right thing to do. And even though I'm a politician, and I know that the first thing you do is you try to cover your butt. You try to cover yourself. It's always, and I know it's selfish, but in politics that you have to cover your butt. Sometimes you have to do the right thing, even though it's costly. So it's now or never. As I said, I think my predecessors and my successors, they may not have the political courage to ask the student, and we haven't done this for 17 years. That's why I think it's the right thing too, but it's a hot topic.
So everyone, you're listening to N.Y.P.I.R.G Radio. We're interviewing Kenroy, U.S.G President. We're going to go on a musical break. We'll be right back with questions. If you have any questions, please call the station. That's 212-650-8171. I'll repeat again, 212-650-8171. We're playing Jay-Z, Dead Presidents on WCCR 640 AM, The One.